Hello. In this lecture, we will see how we apply the Lenz's law in finding out the direction of the induced current. For this, I am taking the question from NCERT book. The different shapes are given which are either moving in the magnetic field or is going out of the magnetic field. We have to find out the direction of the induced current in each loop with the help of Lenz's law. Now here this blue cross shows the direction of the magnetic field. As it is a cross, it means the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the paper and in inward direction. Now we take the first case. As the loop is going in the magnetic field, it means the flux linked with the loop increases as flux is equal to B into A and EMF induced is equal to d phi by dt. As the magnitude of the magnetic field is constant, field is uniform, there is no change in the field. What changes is area. So it becomes minus d by dt B into A, and the area of the loop changes, so it becomes minus dA by dt, or we can say B into dA by dt. That is, the change in the flux or the EMF induced is directly proportional to the rate of change of area, right? Now, as we are taking it inside the magnetic field, the area of the loop in the magnetic field changes. The area of the loop in the magnetic field increases. It means the flux linked with the coil increases. So the direction of the induced current is such it opposes the increase in the magnetic flux. So using the right hand thumb rule, we put our thumb in a direction perpendicular to the plane and in outward direction. And see the curls of the finger of your right hand. It is in anti-clockwise direction. It means the direction of the induced current is anti-clockwise. C, D, A, B, C. Okay. Now the second case. In this case, the loop is going out of the magnetic field. It means the area of the loop in magnetic field decreases. As the area of the loop in magnetic field decreases, the flux linked with the coil also decreases. So, due to the induced current, the flux linked with the coil increases. So, when we put the thumb of our right hand in inward direction, perpendicular to the plane and in inward direction, then curl of the fingers give the direction of the induced current, and it is in clockwise direction. So, in this case, it is ACBA, that is in clockwise direction. Similarly, in the third case, the loop is going out of the magnetic field. Flux linked with the coil decreases. So due to this loop, the induced current will support the flux. So the thumb is in the inward direction and the curl of the finger gives the induced current, and it is in clockwise direction. That is A, B, C, D. Now, the expression for the induced EMF is minus d phi by dt if it has only one loop. If it has n loop, n number of turns, then the expression for the EMF is minus n d phi by dt. The expression for the current, as you know, the current is equal to E upon R. So here the current is given as minus d phi by dt upon r. E is equal to minus d phi by dt, so it is d phi by dt. The expression for the chart, as you know very well, I is equal to dq by dt. And what is I? I is equal to minus 1 upon r into d phi by dt equals to dq by dt. So dq is equal to minus d phi by r. Now, how can we produce induced EMF? As already I told you that the flux is equal to BA cos theta. So by changing the magnetic field, by changing the area of the loop in a magnetic field, by changing the orientation of the coil, the EMF can be produced. Now let us take these cases one by one. First is by changing the magnetic field, as we have seen in the case of Faraday law. That is, the magnetic flux is changed by bringing the magnet close to the coil or taking it away from the coil. The flux linked with the coil changes. Now the second is by changing the area of the coil in a magnetic field, as already we have done a numerical in which the area of the loop in magnetic field changes. Now let us do it once again more time. Now again it is a cross sign. It means the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane and in inward direction. Moreover, all these crosses are equidistant. It means the magnetic field is uniform. This is a loop, and this loop is taken in this direction with a velocity v in the magnetic field. Now the change in the area of the loop is this shaded portion which is shown by the orange color. Is the change in the area of the loop. Now let this length P dash S dash is L, and this length is, say, X. As the loop is taken with a velocity v for the time dt, so X is equal to v into dt. So the area of the loop is equal to L into X, which can be written as L into v into dt is the area of the loop. Now the flux is equal to B into E, which can be written as, or change in flux is equal to B into dA. Here we are talking about the change in the area, so it is B into L into V into dt. EMF is equal to minus d phi by dt. So this can be written as minus B L V dt upon dt, so equals to minus BLV. Now see, clear? So EMF is equal to minus BLV. As this EMF is due to the motion of the loop, so it is called motional EMF. If the loop is pulled out of the magnetic field, even in that case EMF is equal to BLV. The direction of the induced current is anti-clockwise in the loop, according to the Fleming's right-hand rule or the Lenz's rule. According to the Lenz's rule, the direction of the induced current is such that it opposes the cause of changing the magnetic flux. Here the cause of the magnetic flux is the motion of the loop and increase in area of the coil in uniform magnetic field. So the motion of the loop is opposed. So the current is setting in such a way, according to the Fleming's, right hand rule that the conductor arm experiences the force to the right hand side, while the loop is moving towards the left. That is, the loop is moving in this direction and the force is in opposite direction. Against this force, mechanical work is done, which is converted into the electrical energy. If the loop is completely inside the boundary of magnetic field, then there will not be any change in the flux.